Hello, welcome to my channel, Home Sweet Home Handmade. I'm Natalie and I'm coming to you today from Norfolk, which is on the east coast of England. This is my fourth episode, my fourth Flosstube, and today it's Monday the 29th of June 2020. It's quite a blustery day, quite grey and overcast, so I hope that the lighting is okay today. You can also find me on Instagram, Home Sweet Home Handmade, where I show progress on projects and other parts of my life, including cats, beach, and what we get up to. So pop over and say hello. So today I've got a couple of fully finished objects to show you. I will also show you some progress on some of my whips, what I've been working on. Tiny bit of haul, and then at the end I've got a secret squirrel stitching session, which is very intriguing. So I just wanted to start by saying on my first episode I had a giveaway. Unfortunately the lady that won it hasn't been in contact, so I've drawn again, and it's for this chart. Just grab it. It was for the shepherd's bush chart, but she hasn't got in touch. So I did a draw again, and the winner is Deborah Watkins. So congratulations, Deborah. And what I will do is I'll put my email address in the description box below. So if you could just email me with your full address details, and I'll pop that in the post to you. So congratulations. And also, on my last episode, I talked about my finish for Humble Honey, and I said that I would pass the stash on this chart, which is the hands-on design one, passing the stash. So I did a random generator thingy for the word honey, and it came up with Karen Gorgon Jensen. I hope I'm saying your name right, Karen. So if you also want to just pop your address details in on my email, is down in the description box below, and I'll pop that in the post to you. It's such a sweet little design. Showed it last time. Really stitches up really quickly, and I did a little patch work design on the back with these charms, and I loved those pins. Just had to order those. So I also put a little charm on as well. So there you go, Carol, and I'll be really intrigued to see how you finish your design as well. Okay, so I'll pop that in the post to you. So following on from what I said last time about starting my collection of sewing and honey smalls, I finished these two. So the first one was Brenda Gervais, Mice in the Sewing Room. I really like this pattern. Just looking here, Betsy Cat has just got up and is on the prowl. So she's having something to eat at the moment, and I'm hoping she goes back to bed. But if not, I'll pause the video, coax her back to bed, and we'll carry on, because she can be very, very loud. So where was I? Mice in the Sewing Room. So this is my finish. Mice in the Sewing Room. I did this on a 14 count vintage country mocha. Some of the colourful colours, but not all of them. I do know that this is Weeks Dye Works Louisiana Hot Sauce, and this is, I think it's Gentle Arts Dungarees, and that's Gentle Arts Chamomile. Really sweet. And then I had one of these vintage scissor charms, so I thought I'd put that on. That's the best bit. So I did the patch finish again, and I think I showed this material last time, didn't I? That I was going to use on the back with the vintage thimbles. I really like that. I think it's come out really well. So I've also, when I was going through my stash, I realised that I've got the plum pudding mice as well from Brenda Gervais, so I'm going to do that one. Don't know when, but that's on my radar to do. But that's my finish. So the other finish that I have as well, I haven't got the pattern, but I can tell you what it is, and it's from Luminous Fibre Arts. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but obviously you can find it on her Etsy shop. And this design is from Misty Purcell. The only thing that I changed, and did all the colourful colours, was I put these little safety pins at the bottom. Quite sweet. So then I backed it with this turquoise spotty fabric and did my patchwork design again with the little 2020 charm. Must order some more of these again because I'm running out. I get them from Etsy. And then on the side I did a trim from Rico Design. It's like a feathery trim, and I just I was going to sew it on, but I got a bit lazy and I just glued it on, which I think it's turned out quite well. So that's, I think it's called So Tweet, from Misty Purcell Luminous Fibre Arts. So my sewing smalls, let's hold it, no cover, turned out really well. That started my collection. And the other one, sewing small, that I'm working on at the moment, is another Brenda Gervais. It's I Collect. I'm just stitching this from threads from Stash. So I've just made a very small start, keeping this in my amazing Anne of Green Gables little patchwork pocket, and this is made by Vel from Patchwork Paw Print, and she lives quite local to me in Norwich, so she has an Etsy shop. Beautiful, check her out. So my very small start, so I'm stitching this on 14 count Picture This Plus fawn, and it's just from Stash. The grey, I'll just get them out. Where are you? Here it is. So the grey, no, let's be more organised. The grey at the top is Gentle Art Tin Bucket. I'm also going to be using Gentle Art oatmeal as well. It's quite a nice cream. And then Classic Colourworks Blackbird for the scissors. So that's a very small start. So that's my next sewing small, for a sewing small collection. While I was having a look at charts online, I found this one as well. So that's Antique Scissors and Balls by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I'm going to stitch this using, sorry about the glare, Classic Colourworks Blackbird thread. So that should be quite a quick stitch. So carrying on my theme of sewing smalls. So I'll just put all that back so I don't create an almighty mess at the end of it. And the other whip that I put some stitches on is also in a patchwork paw print pocket. It's got a vinyl front. Beautiful. Is a stitch along that I'm doing with Amy from Amy Loves Toads and my sister Emily, who is stitching from Gnome Cottage on Instagram. Go over there and show her some Instagram love and request to follow her, because she's got some amazing projects that she's doing. She's doing a Quaker, village Quaker, which is lovely. So I'm using mostly all the call for colours. I know, Amy, you finished yours, haven't you? I've been very slow, and I will get there. And this is again on a 14 count vintage country mocha. So I've been sort of avoiding doing that big cup, but I think I might take Amy's advice and do one coffee bean and then a row of the cup as well. But I like that. I'm using, that's a DMC, but this blue here is the same blue that I used for the mice and their dresses. I really like that. So, dungarees. So, yeah, so we're still doing that, me and Emily, and I know Amy's finished hers and she's going to make hers up. But if you'd like to join us, you can use the hashtag #CoffeeFirstSAL, sell. Be great. And I've got the little spoon as well, and I'm going to make it into a small, but with that tape there, ribbon, to hang it up. So, French Chevet, coffee first. So another sale that I'm doing with my sister Emily on a Saturday morning, I've talked about it before, is the Be Calm from Not a Forgotten Farm. This is part of the Be Well and Stitch movement. So Emily has now finished all of this. She's done hers in a lovely blue, and she's filling in the calm bit, whereas I've done it the other way around. I've filled in the calm and I'm on the big pot. And I think last time I said that I was going to use the red variegated DMC 115. So I started filling that in. My cute needle minder is a koala. That's from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, in aid of the Australian fires. So it's coming along, slow but sure. Just got 2 more rows of where the pot is, and then I should be able to stitch down and then on to the beads. So it's coming along. It's a little, not quite as, I didn't think it would be as such a contrast in colours at the top, with it being light and red. I don't dislike it. I think it brightens it up as well. So that's Be Calm, Not Forgotten Farm, that we're stitching on a Sunday morning. And then there's another project that I've just put a few stitches in that I wanted to get back to, and that was, it's called You've Got Mail. I'm just trying to find the main, there it is. So it's from Cross Stitcher magazine, July 2016. 17. And I do a lot of letter writing. I love it. And I volunteer as a letter friend as well to some elderly people. And I just thought that this would be, there's the other big picture. This would be really lovely to have framed and put up on my desk. So I think I showed it in, probably showed it in video either 1 or 2, and I said that I changed that colour of the telephone because we used to have a red one, and I changed the colour of the stamps as well. So here we go. I'm just stitching this on from Stash. It's a 14 count white Ada, and using all threads from Stash as well. So I'm just going down, and I've just put the few stitches in there, and that's going to be, where's the chart? And that's going to be the just a note on the end. I'm really enjoying this, so I want to pick this up a bit more regularly and go down the sides with the airmail colours. So it's going to be really cute when it's done. So that's You've Got Mail from Cross Stitcher magazine, July 2017. So let me just consult my trusty notes as usual. So I've got a few things of haul to show you. I discussed in a previous episode that I love everything to do with bees, sewing or sheep, and I just had to get this one, Plum Street Samplers French Woolens. Really like that. So uses all general art threads. I've got quite a few. But this is sort of, I'm keeping this chart out of my chart stash because I'm thinking that I would perhaps like to do this. So that's Plum Street Samplers. I'm not sure, this is from 2016, so it's one of the older charts. It's so cute. And it does all the little sheep look like tea towels patterns. So yeah, so that's Plum Street Samplers French Woolens. So the other chart that I got for my bee and honey sort of smalls was Pineberry Lane, and this is Mrs. Maguire Bee Charmer. Very sweet, and this uses DMC threads. That's good. I like that huge daisy that she's holding, and the bee skep as well. So yeah, so that I'm going to do that and make that into a small for my bee / honey small pillow collection. And then the other chart that I picked up that I wanted to show you was Heart in Hand Grow Whirligig. Now we've got a couple of friends who have really got into their gardening during lockdown, so I'm going to stitch this up as a Christmas gift for them. So it's going to be brought into my rotation, and I'm going to put it in a little hoop. But I thought that was a really sweet design, and it's not a very big design. It's only 2.8 by 2.8 inches. Uses Classic Colourworks and DMC, but I think I might just use my threads from Stash, although I may use that green because that's beautiful variegation in there. Just a very simple design, but I thought they'd really appreciate that because they've been really into their gardening It's actually a friend of my husband's, but I've met him and his wife, and they're a lovely couple. So I thought they might appreciate that. I really like that little ladybird and the bunny. So I've got all the other whirligigs as well, the spring, summer, autumn, winter, and I'd like to do them at some point, but it's I don't know about you, but I always find it's a real I wouldn't say struggle, but I always have a lot of gift stitching on the go. I'm doing quite well, but there are things that I want to definitely start for me. But I did see this and I thought, well, that'd be a really, really quick stitch for them, and I think they'll appreciate it. So that's my haul section. So what I'm going to go on to next is my secret squirrel stitching. So at this point I'm going to say goodbye, Emily, my sister, because you can't see this, not right now. And as I said earlier, go over and give her some Instagram love. She's on Stitching from Gnome Cottage, and join us for our sale, our coffee first sale. So bye, Emily, and I'm sure I'll be speaking to you later. Okay, leave it there for a few seconds. Right, so this section is all about things I've been doing for Emily. I explained before that we make each other something and we buy each other something. So I decided to do this really quick little design called Santa Stop Here. It's Stitch Rovia pattern, and I just bought the PDF from Etsy and downloaded it. So some Emma Congdon, I can never pronounce her surname, design, and I'm going to put it in a hoop. But I think I'm going to get a red one from Happy Hoopla on Etsy. They sell all different designs of hoops, Liberty print ones as well. I'm going to get a red one to put it in. So I just purely used a 14 count cream Ada from Stash, and I used all threads from Stash as well, and I think it's come up really sweet. So I had this sort of languishing a bit in my whip pile. I just had this bit done, and I just thought I'm just going to pull that out and just get it done because it's really sweet. So that's done, ready for her. So I was just going to say, if you mention anything in the comments about this secret squirrel section, gifts for Emily, just don't mention sort of specifically what the chart or pattern is, so that she doesn't know what she's going to get. So that's one finish for her. And then keeping on the Christmas theme, I've got this in my Made by Rachel project bag. Love her stuff. She's on Etsy as well. I've had lots of things from Rachel. I think I've got the little Notions pouch in here as well. Little Red Riding Hood. I love that. So in here I'm doing Country Cottage Needleworks Fa La La as a little Christmas tree decoration. So I think I mentioned before, my family nickname is Sheep, so I tend to always gravitate towards sheep things. So I've done a little bit on this. This is I think it's a 14 count. It's white, but it's got quite a sparkle in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see. It's going to pick it up or not. There we go, maybe a little bit there. So using threads from Stash. I'll get them out next time to show you. That's so cute. So I've made her a few ornaments for a Christmas tree, but I thought I'd had this chart in stash and I thought, oh, I'll do that one for her. So yes, that should be quite a quick finish. And then the other one that I pulled out from my whip bag, which is being kept in this amazing project bag. There's a bit of cat hair on it, sorry. I got this from Loop of London. They mainly do yarn and knitting supplies, but they do some amazing project bags. And this is canvas, but it's an old Dutch oil painting. It's got the same on that side as well. It's really big, really sturdy, and this is like a suede cording as well on the zipper. So in here, I've got With Thy Needle and Thread, Mrs. Bunny E-Tail. So Emily loves rabbits, and she's got a rabbit called Buddy. So I thought I'd do that for her, something different. So I've made a very small start. Very small. I'm embarrassed to show you this. That's it. But I'm using all the called for threads, which are absolutely beautiful. I particularly like this week's Dye Works Seafoam. And then we've got Classic Colourworks Wasabi, Classic Colourworks Rose Petal, lovely pastel muted colours, Gentle Arts Toffee, Gentle Art Geranium, and Gentle Art Caramel Corn. I think I need some more as well, but yeah, so that's something I think I've started on that vine at the bottom. Shouldn't take too much stitching actually. So, and I've got the perfect ribbon as well together. So those are my three projects from my secret squirrel section, which I'm sure Emily will be watching post Christmas. I also picked up this chart with her in mind. I really like it as well, but I just thought I really like that. So it's Tiny Modernist. When nothing goes right, just go left. I really like the way that she's finished it with the pom-pom trim. It's lovely. So that's sort of perhaps for next year. I was thinking ahead, planning things. But I definitely finished the Santa one, the Stitch Rovia. I'll finish the little sheep ornament and try and finish the rabbit little toy for her as well. I'm also planning to do leading up to Christmas. This is very pre-planning. And also when I've given some gifts out, is to do a Flosstube about Christmas gifts that I've done, just to do a little parade of them. And it'll be nice as well as to look back to see what I made that year. I'm very lax in the fact that I don't sort of detail what I've made for people. Emily does. She details what she's made and who the designer is and everything, and maybe I should do that, but perhaps rather than write it down in a journal, I'll do it in here. So as a little sort of maybe Flosstube extra, I can do a Christmas gift parade to show you what I've made this year. So okay, so I think that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a comment below. I really enjoy, I've been really enjoying reading the comments of what you've been working on and where you're from, and any recommendations really. I'd like to thank Stephanie for her recommendation on Etsy. So I did go over there, amazing shop, lots of charts. But yeah, it's great to interact with you. So if you want to leave a comment, please do so. And if you're watching this for the first time, or you've watched my previous ones and haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell that'll tell you when I next make a Flosstube video. But it's been really great to spend some time with you today, and I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. And until next time, it'd probably be in a month's time, because I've had a couple of pesky health hiccups, which are sort of ongoing, so I didn't get back here within 2 weeks like I hoped I would, but it's probably going to be monthly for me. So, but anyway, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.